So this is my review of the new Lady and The Tramp. It wasn't awful, but it wasn't as great as the animated counterpart, I don't think. But the good parts of it, the voice acting and the casting were great. Especially Tessa Thompson as the voice of the lady. A few users have said on IMDb that she didn't fit the part. That she wasn't quite softer in the tone and ladylike. I think she did a good justice of the voice work on it. Justin Theroux as the voice casting of Tramp was good. Yeah, that was good. I was a bit more dubious about CGI. Like some parts it was really good, and others it was not as realistic and lifelike. Yeah, so I was a bit questionable with that sometimes. But I applaud Disney for what they were doing. They were trying to set this in a more diverse setting, changing it to being like a jazzy turn of the century New Orleans rather than the original when it was set in like a St. Louis-esque area. But yeah, no, it was cool they went that direction. A lot of people probably are like hardcore Disneyists to the original and they'll disagree, which is fine, everybody's got their own opinions and they will. Some people prefer the just normal setting on this one because it was set in 1910. So also that brings me on to the next issue, like the forced biracial marriage of Jim Darling and Darling. It's not our problem with them casting African American actors playing the role of Darling. That's fine, and it's cool they went they had a biracial what marriage and acceptance in it, but shouldn't have forced it so much. Like I've noticed Disney doing a lot recently with the live action films. They need to kind of tone that down a bit, because in the original, Darling was actually modelled off Walt Disney's wife, and the opening scene when she's opening the present and realising that's Lady, that was modelled off his actual real life wife. So I get why it's disrespectful to the older generation Disney fans that grew up with Walt's films and when he was still alive and his vision. Yeah, no, I expect it for what they were doing, not for what it was. So, yeah. I loved Ken Jeong-gi's performance as the sarcastic doctor. He was great. And he's telling Lady good luck with the new baby in the family and he was leaving and he stroked her, he gave some love, which was really nice. So that's another theme of the film, like abandonment and how you cope with how a dog copes with a new family member moving in, like a baby. Now they'll feel resented and pushed aside. So like the CGI with Lady was very emotive, and the audience can sympathise with her on that level, that she's been sidelined for a new baby girl, Malulu. Yeah, like I said, another issue I had was Tramp not saying Pidge, because that's one of the iconic lines in the original. He says Pidge, he calls Lady Pidge. But I get why in the new one they wanted to be a bit different with it and didn't want to call her Pidge, because that's just going to copy the original, because they change a few bits up in it. So no, I respect Disney for that, but I still miss hearing that. But I'm going to rewatch the 1955 animated classic because I do like it as well. I do think the human actors could have been less wooden with the acting. It was alright for what the film was about, but the characters need to be more multi-dimensional. Especially like the dog pound catcher as well. Like, he was a bit random. Like, what was his role in it? They centered on him a little bit too much, when originally he wasn't really the focus of the story. Focus was on lady, a family, and then her and Tramp, and then them building their relationship. But yeah, it's a bit out of place, really. But they felt like, oh, we need to give everybody like a role in this film, so I see what they were doing there. Also, another thing, why was Jock made a female? Obviously, in the original he's male. I knew what they were doing. They wanted to like mix it up a bit and make Jock a female, which I do like the voice actress who did Jock, Ashley Jensen. She's really good. But yeah, that's fine. I can look that. Push that aside really. But yeah, her accent was great. Scottish accent, that's fine. But then like Jock and the original shouldn't dress up in like little. But yeah, the odd accents were a bit weird with the pound dogs. Like Bulldog, like voiced by Benedict Wong. That was a bit weird. The Chihuahua with the Mexican accent, what was that about? Siamese Cat song was replaced. The other thing with Jim Deere and Darling, it wouldn't been as accepting to have a biracial couple in 1910s. I know they had the slavery movement going on, but yeah, out of place. But again, you did hardcore Disney, just don't take the film seriously, just enjoy it for what it is. It's a heartwarming family and dog love story. Just yeah, take it for that. But just one little gripe. Why didn't they have the beaver in it from the original? They just made it a beaver statue. Yeah, I know they wanted it to be different, but it's like doesn't really have the same feel having a beaver in it. They could have easily put a live action beaver in it and got a good voice actor for him. It wasn't that hard, but yeah, no, it was decent, but don't expect it to be like exactly that copy of the 1955 original because there's some changes to it. I do feel personally it's not as good as the original one. I just think that was more endearing. But I did like the version of Bellinotte in this one as well. It's cool. But yeah, some of the songs were a bit too short for my liking. Didn't have as much of emotional impact. That's just me though. Like fair in the older film, but yeah, it was okay for what it was. Still quite enjoyable. Also, they didn't have the end scene. Lady and the Tramp. They didn't introduce the children. That was just cut out. But I suppose they were doing that because I don't think they're not going to be messing with the sequel or anything for Scamp's Adventure, because that would be a little bit of a disaster if they did it for a live action sequel for that one. So I think the animated one had mixed reviews. It wasn't that well received when it came out, I don't think. I know some people liked it. It's very divided. Some people really liked it for what it was, and then some people were like, oh, this is awful. So just left it the original. But yeah. Anywho, that was my review of the new Lady and the Tramp 2019 version. If you like this, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Yasmin Knowles, where you can find some more reviews up there as well. I'll put them on Patreon as well, so stay tuned for that. Alright guys, bye.